All right, welcome to the THWF Summerslam discussion thread here. People are going to come in and out of here, so I'm just going to introduce them as they come. First off, I got the CDO, Cedric D. Lynham.
Yeah! What's up? 3 o'clock in the morning. What's up, suckers?
TCO, Jamil Jackson. Leonard Jackson. Johnson. Leonard Johnson.
Lars Johnston, what?
Yeah,
what?
Pause.
Read
Pause,
the new
man.
character name. The head coon in charge. VP of Thirst, Sam Store. And our newest person, the first female to ever be on
Yes!
the Yes! 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 All right.
Whoa, keep it in your pants over there, man.
All right.
God
Cool.
damn it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What?
Not AJ Lee, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Jamil. All right. Jamil's running the
Poke
show.
an eye out with that thing.
So Jamil.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, and we got the very late Mr. Ian Davis. You're fired. Okay. Jamil. Okay. Let's get it going. We're behind.
Alright, yeah, what we're gonna do is just kind of touch on each of these matches for SummerSlam real quick. Try to keep our comments to about a minute apiece since we're so late. Let's start with them.
I played
Let's start with the
for that one,
impressions.
but you know.
Impressions. Talk about. Whoa, shit. Talk about the build-up and your predictions for Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. We'll start with Derek. How you feel?
Okay. Just mid-card match. Nothing really too special about it, in my opinion. It should be on a higher plane, but that's another discussion for another time.
Okay.
Derek said he don't give a fuck. AKA Derek don't give a fuck. Jasmine, what do you think about Dolph Ziggler and The Miz? You got a prediction for us? You like the build up for it? Like The Miz new character? What you think?
I don't really know. I kind of like them together, but I don't know. I don't really like the build-up though.
Darn.
It's kind of bland.
Oh.
It's kind of bland. That's what I think. I don't know. You know, I kind
All
of
right.
wish Ziggler was a little higher, but we'll have to see.
All right. Sam?
Yeah, ever since you picked him up at SummerSlam, at what was that last pay-per-view? I don't even care about the Miz right now.
Hey, don't get mad at me.
I feel some type of way about that, but
Tell us why you really mad.
I'm going to no sell this match for real.
Wow.
Ooh.
Leonard?
Salty.
Ouch.
You know what?
Leonard?
I love Ziggler, but I see Miz pulling out in some bullshit way.
For sure.
That's all.
All right,
So right now I'm gonna go with Miz. He's gonna pull up like roll up, holding on to the ropes, some shiesty ass shit. Once again, Ziggler goes back down the tube.
All right. Say it. What you think?
I'm with LGO. I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna go between 12 to 14 minutes. It's gonna be a good solid back and forth classic cell work from Ziggler. I take the one on top. That's my prediction. I'm sticking to it.
All right. Byron?
Miz. I'm gonna tell you why, because mainly with Miz is like, he's really trying to build up his character with his. They're really trying to push the Marine, so to make him credible,
Yeah.
he's got the title. So therefore, Miz is not gonna lose the title no time soon. I'm getting it to Miz.
All right, and same here. I think The Miz, but mainly because Ziggler's been wrestling every show, every week, and The Miz has done nothing. So I doubt that the first time he steps in, well, it's not the first time he stepped in the ring since he won the title, but one of the first times, I don't see him losing the title right away like that. And plus, with the Marine and everything else, and I do think that once Ziggler's beaten, I don't think that he's going to get another rematch. So it'll be back to obscurity for Ziggler, and
it
the Miz will be
sucks.
doing whatever.
Which I hate. I hate that too.
Ian?
That just irks me. That amount of talent is being wasted. That the hell out
Yes,
of me.
seriously.
Okay,
Ian. Yeah, what you
He's
think
doing so much.
about Ziggler and Miz SummerSlam? Ian?
I think it's
Holy!
Okay. Moving on.
It was too much dead air. I had to say something. I'm sorry.
Moving on. Swagger versus Rusev. Hold on, Swagger versus Rusev in a flag match. And he's gone again. Swagger versus Rusev in a flag match. I'll give my impressions first. I do like this. Swagger's a face now. It's been 2 years since I said that he should have been switched because he was getting stale. But I don't see him winning. I think that it's easy for this is what, the second match between them now? This is the second pay-per-view match? Or?
No, it's third.
Yeah, it is. The second pay-per-view.
Second pay-per-view.
Yeah, they went through
Yeah.
a count last time.
So I don't see this feud continuing because I don't. Well, you know what? No. I'm gonna take that back right now. Swagger's gonna win because you don't have to pin Rusev to win the match. You just have to climb the pole to get the flag.
Oh, right.
So Swagger, come out looking good. Rusev takes a loss, but he still looks strong, and then they'll find a way to continue it in the next pay-per-view, where Rusev's gonna eventually win the feud. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you, and I do like Jack Swagger as a face because, like, the way that he's getting the pops for the USA, like that's insane. You know how they've got everybody on their feet, chanting "We the People," chanting USA and stuff like that. But I do think Jack Swagger will win because of what he was saying. I completely forgot that it was a flag match. So.
And I actually agree with the same thing, and I also believe there's bigger scope behind this here. Since it being a flag match, you're actually protecting the person that's losing. So therefore, you're building up Rusev to be a monster heel to begin with. So with him not necessarily taking the pin to Swagger, is actually really protecting him and everything because like you said, you don't have to get pinned to lose. So I think it makes very very good sense and everything. He's gonna take his first pay-per-view loss at SummerSlam.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Say it.
Right.
I'm the same way. It protects Rusev. I have a feeling they're gonna do big business with him later on down the line. So yeah, same here.
What you think, Leonard?
I want every American to please rise. Put your hand over your heart. And in a loud, proud voice, we the people.
We the people. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't do it.
With that being said, I had to.
Shame
I gotta
on you.
say, I'm gonna put my bid in for Swag. Jamil made something quite clear though about basically you don't have to pin Rusev in this case. You just got to get the flag. I think basically this being SummerSlam, when based on how everything ended last time, it's like, come on, give this man, let this man get his shine. You made him a face. The fans are behind him. I mean, Zeb Coulter, man, he's keeping him alive. I'll say, hey, we the people. Swagger wins.
All right.
All right, Sam.
Swagger.
No selling.
I think he's gonna have
Derek.
something to say once we get to the Divas. So all right, let's
Yeah,
go
all
to the Divas then, Jamil.
Yeah, well, I'll do a Diva match next. But Derek, what you think, Derek?
What's Lana gonna wear?
Oh, yeah. What about that? Let's talk about
All right,
that.
Sam, you know, Sam. Nope,
No,
you
still,
done,
but
Sam.
hold
tell you
on.
something
about
For real,
that.
for real,
Sam, you done.
for real.
I like that answer.
Hold on.
Tomorrow.
Actually,
I'm doing
I want to see. Actually, I'm gonna go against the grain here, and I'm gonna say Rusev is gonna win, just because they, like you said, they build him up for this monster heel. So, of course, this is SummerSlam, and we're in Los Angeles, but I still think Rusev is gonna get the victory, slap on the lock, and you want me seeing Swagger tapping out in like 10 seconds, whatever. But
All
right.
still wants to see Alana's win though.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah. All right. So AJ Lee versus Paige.
Yes.
Sam, why don't you let us know how you feel about AJ Lee and Paige? Right off the bat.
I personally want Paige to win because I'm loving this whole heel diva part of her. I think it's really nice, and I just want to see AJ get in that battle again and get in the submission lock so we can see that nice rotundness that she calls that is Mrs. Phil Brooks in the backside. I will be heavily invested in this match. Thank you very much.
Oh my
All
God.
right, Derek.
I don't like how the build-up took a drop to me in this feud. I still want this. I want to see Paige win this, just because Paige is the new diva or the anti-diva and whatnot. But and it's good to have AJ back. But I want to see Paige win this one.
All right, Leonard.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Considering their first match was kind of so-so, I'm gonna take Paige to take this one. I think right now, she's got the stroke, she's got the heat. Expect AJ. I think it's gonna be a very good match. I think it's gonna be a really good match. When it might be a show still. I don't know. I mean, AJ, is doing her. Paige is getting better with time. I'm glad to see her as a heel because as a face, let's be honest, she sucked. So I'm thinking honestly right now, I'm thinking Paige is going to take it. You know what? Don't be surprised. Paige, she's on to something. I look like this. She keeps coming out. She's playing these mind games. AJ plays with the best of them. I think Paige is going to win up her though.
Okay. I mean, for me personally, I think that AJ is going to win. I think it's too soon to swap the titles again between them. But I somehow see AJ winning the match, but I see Paige like coming out looking even better than she did going in. I think she's gonna do something that'll kind of really stamp her character. But I think this is the end of their feud. I think that Paige can't get caught up in being the diva that mocks everybody else. She's best at being an anti-diva like she was in NXT.
Okay.
So she can't get too wrapped up in that.
All right. With that said, Jamil. With that said, where do they go if they end this feud? Where are they going to go? I don't see no one viable for AJ right now. I really don't. There's nowhere they can go right now.
Where's
They can
Naomi?
go a couple places.
That's what. Yeah. Where is Naomi?
Taking
what are they doing
a
then?
back burner because it's 2 diva matches on the pay-per-view, so you can't have in
can
their
have
mind
her.
you can't have 3.
Just go on the screen.
All right.
All I care about. She need to be on the match. She need to be there.
Well, what's going on, Byron? How you feel about the match?
Oh man, this is bittersweet. And the reason why I say it's bittersweet because you got two, awesome talents and everything. But the thing is, this is what kind of fucks me up. Somebody has to lose. That's what's been in my mind. Somebody has to lose, and if you want to be very, very honest, extremely honest, this is the hardest match for me to predict because it could go either ways. You can see AJ, retain the title and everything, and end the feud possibly and everything, but then you can see Paige winning the title, and then it could stretch out even further and everything, and then she has a point to prove and everything, and also we get an awesome title run with her as a heel, so we get to see another side of her and everything. So if you want to be extremely, extremely, truly honest, I'm gonna go with Paige only for the fact that her heel character needs to be built up and everything. You know how this whole saying goes, a title doesn't always make a person. She needs the title to kind of like, really help make her. So I'm going to go with Paige off of that logic.
All right, Jasmine. Let us know what you feel.
I'm going to go with AJ. I don't really want her to win, but I have a feeling she will win. like you guys were saying, Paige, the anti-diva is back. So that intensity is what we have been looking for a while now, and that it fits her really well. But again, it's too soon for her to drop that title. I just think AJ is gonna come out and be victorious again.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So one that kind of definitely stands out for me as interesting. It's one of the few matches on the card that isn't just a straight up. I mean, it isn't. Well, I'll just put it this way: Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. It's your standard.
Did I get no soul?
Ooh. No. It's not no soul. I'm gonna talk about it. It's I mean, it's one of the few matches that's just a straight up match that doesn't have anything on the line. Actually, it's the only match because Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon is some caveats to that match. You got what? You didn't get no soul?
Yes, you ain't asked me.
You gave your opinion on it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, all I told you was who did they go to if they in this feud.
But, okay, well go ahead, go for it. My bad.
Thank you, kind sir. Can I be marketing director for a little while? In the biggest THWF marketing scam in a long time. I'm gonna send Byron to Los Angeles so he can put his dick in AJ's ear.
No!
He's gonna win the title.
Hey, damn it! Gimmick infringement. Gimmick infringement. We know where that started. Gimmick infringement. Don't do
I'm
that.
gonna just say pause all around.
While Byron is wearing a THWF Network T-shirt, only $9.95.
Oh my God.
4 cents cheaper than WWE.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Now we can move on.
Goodness. All right. Well, we'll move on. Okay. By this being just a traditional one-on-one match, and it's the only one on the card because Brie Bella versus Stephanie is a one-on-one match, but like I said, there's some caveats in that match. But you know, I'm worried that this match is going to underwhelm.
Yeah.
And I think because Randy Orton, in my opinion, is one of the best wrestlers on TV, but on pay-per-view, it doesn't translate sometimes unless you put him with the right person. And I don't think Roman Reigns is the right person because he has to carry Roman. And, you know, like when he had pay-per-view matches with Christian, you know, they were classic. But then you put him in there with somebody that, you know, might be a little limited. They're kind of boring. So I don't know, and I don't really care who wins. I want Randy Orton to win because, like, Roman Reigns, they're going to give him too much too soon, and then we'll get sick of him real fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out something that's very, very interesting about Roman Reigns. He has yet to get beat in one match.
There you have it.
So that is speaking volume right there. Most of his losses come from either 3-on-3, the 11 versus 3, Shield versus Raw thing, but it's always something to where he's built up to be a huge monster as he is and everything. So Reigns is what you call a monster face, and you stick the monster face on one of the most villainous characters in the WWE and everything. And if you want to be very, very honest and everything, Roman needs more than anybody else, only to solidify him and everything. And he's gonna get worked. He needs to work a big pay-per-view and everything. It's his time to shine. So I think if anything, Reigns is gonna get this. Only for the fact that he needs to really make his mark as this is his first pay-per-view as a singles competitor. So you got to really take that into mind as well. So
Right.
I'm going with Reigns on this.
Okay. Said.
We're gonna come back to Sid.
Said. Okay. All right. LJ, how you feel? How you feeling?
Right now, like I said, I listen to both sides and everything in regards to Reigns and Orton. Honestly, right now, I do kind of agree. Like I said, this is going to be Reigns' first singles pay-per-view. solo and everything. And that's the thing. It's some people can how can I say this? Some people to go from tag team to singles competition, they convert pretty easy. With Roman being the big guy, he was always sort of like the guy that would come in. I'm doing the power moves. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Boom, hit you with the spin when you least expect it. I'm out. His transition has been, it's coming along slowly but surely. I think right now, I think Orton, like you said, Orton's gonna carry his match, Jamil. I'm thinking Reigns though. I'm thinking Orton's gonna make Roman look good. In regards to, like I said, if he's gonna go over on Orton, considering Orton being, let's say, basically Orton's track record, his accomplishments and everything else, what better way to go into your first singles pay-per-view match against a guy of that caliber and then knock him off to look like that dominant person. So I'm going with Roman.
All right. Sam?
Roman's gonna win it, but it's too much too soon. I don't think he's ready, but Roman's gonna win.
Yeah. That's your story. You sticking to it?
Ain't nothing else to say. Everybody else said pretty much what I'm thinking.
All right, Jasmine. What you think?
I completely agree. Even though it's a little too soon for him right now, I think he will pull out a win against Orton. If something doesn't happen with the Authority and Orton somehow, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm also going with Reigns.
Okay. Derek?
I like Orton in this one, being as though that Orton probably needs a win on the pay-per-view, and being as though he's not in that picture right now where he's the spotlight, where he wants to be. He's going to do what he has to do to win in order to get the Authority back in that good graces and everything. It's going to be like it might be like you said, Jamil. It might underwhelm us when we watch it, But hopefully this will give Roman, this being his first singles match pay-per-view, it should be kind of a learning experience for him. What he got to do in order to get more over and build up his skills and everything. If he wants to be the face of the E.
All right, Sid.
I think this is the adversity time for Roman Reigns. If the talk is to build him up for WrestleMania 31, they should be starting a slow build on him now. Let him go through his adversity, the fight towards the top. Let it begin now. It's a perfect timing. That way he can overcome it, make him strong for Royal Rumble, winning the Royal Rumble, and go on to WrestleMania. I believe that's the plan. So Orton's going to win this one, and Roman's is going to ready to go through his struggle.
Right.
Wait a minute. Now they talking about Brock and Roman Reigns for like the title, or just them two fighting each other?
I think a lot of stuff is up in the air right now in regards to Roman Reigns. If Roman is going to be the thing, they're going to have to build to that. If they're looking at him for the title, they got to build towards that. Either way, he's not at that top three level for WrestleMania yet, in my opinion.
I agree.
But you won't get it.
So I'll start off talking about this Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins match.
Show stealer.
Hell yes. Yeah, I think so. This is the show stealer. And the reason why I think that is because of the lumberjack stipulation. Typically, you have boring lumberjack matches. Usually it's pretty formulaic. Throw them out, people jump on them. Eventually, the lumberjacks all fight each other. But I think what's going to happen in this match, and I think it'll almost kind of play into the character of Dean Ambrose. I think that it's just going to end up in chaos where everybody's fighting everybody, including them, instead of everybody trying to jump one guy and protect the other guy. I think Dean is thriving on the fact that they were once in the Shield and they once terrorized every single person that was on the side. And I think they're going to sell the fact that they haven't forgotten. And I think Dean thrives in that, and I think he'll get a victory in that setting and allow the feud to continue where eventually that briefcase is going to be on the line. But up until then, I see Dean Ambrose pulling out this victory, and I see it being very chaotic and not your typical lumberjack match. Byron, what you think?
For me, let's see. I tell you this.
Oh man.
I'm gonna say Seth, and I'm gonna tell you why. The thing is, with Seth being in cahoots with Triple H and Stephanie, who's to say they don't got somebody, a lumberjack, under the paying them under the table, to try to knock off Dean Ambrose and help Seth go ahead and move on from this. Because I pretty much think this is going to be it for them, quite possibly. It's been going on for a while since Seth's turn and whatnot. But I'm honestly thinking, there's a lumberjack who's going to take advantage, who's going to want to basically kind of get up and try to move ahead. And basically, what's going to happen is they're going to be the ones that's going to be involved with Dean Ambrose in probably his next program. And because he's involved with Seth and Triple H and Stephanie, you'll still have that that essence of Ambrose and Rollins. Basically, yeah, you beat me because of this fool. Once I take care of him, we still got unfinished business down the road. So I'm saying Seth Rollins in this one.
Okay. Sam?
This is probably the most entertaining out of probably all of them that I've seen. Like, just the way, where is Dean going to attack, like, Seth next? That's the most entertaining thing ever, and I don't think it's going to end per se. I think because what else are they going to do? It just seems like this is more of a Triple H thing than a Vince thing, and it's just so entertaining over and over again because you want to see Dean eventually get the Money in Bank briefcase that he lost because Kane pulled him because of how he lost it. Like, it was pretty much his. So I want to see how this evolves. This is one of the
Did he just drop out?
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay, well, in the meantime, Byron.
Let's say go.
Okay, said.
Okay. I see this as match 2 or 3 in the card. I say Dean Ambrose get the win because of future events that's going to happen in this card.
Okay.
I want to go next. I want to go.
And now I can
Go
elaborate
ahead.
once you get to the world title.
Okay, there you go. This is what I'm thinking. Dean has been a thorn in the Authority side, and they're going to try and switch up the numbers to where Dean no longer becomes a thorn in the side. And what I mean by thorn in the side, meaning Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank. So what I'm trying to think is they're going to put lumberjacks, the majority of them are going to be heel to where it really, whenever Dean gets outside, he's going to try and work him over and everything, and cause Dean to eventually end up losing and everything. So I'm giving the match to stuff, which leads to later on, which I'm going to turn this over into Derek because it seems like he's hype over something. So what is it?
Oh, my bad. I'm just watching this Orioles game and somebody said,
See,
I'm gonna smack you with your own glasses.
I'm watching my first place ball club in action. Sorry about that. but the match. If you ask me about the match, this is the match I wanted to see because I really wanted to see Dean and Seth just go at it because of the whole build up from the Shield fallout and everything, and I'm really digging like how Dean's character is like overall, just like the whole crazy drunk uncle that we just all like just fell in love with.
Damn.
So, like, I don't see this ending right now, I mean, kind of SummerSlam is kind of like the ending of like most feuds, but this might go on to the fall. You know, probably a couple more months or something like that. But I want Dean to win. But I don't, like I said, I don't think it's going to be a clean win. It's probably going to be like a dirty. It's no women. If Seth wins, it's going to be a dirty win. Like somebody, like I think Jasmine said it. Somebody's going to pay off. Somebody from the Authority going to pay off one of the Lumberjacks to like fuck it up or whatever.
Okay.
You know, so, but it, you know, I just overall I see like Dean getting that briefcase and doing whatever with it.
Okay, Jasmine.
I personally think this is my favorite match of the night. I like that they complement each other in the ring, and we've seen that before way back in FCW with the Iron Man match. It went on forever, but it was amazing, you know. But I want to say that Ambrose will win, but I don't think so because of Seth Rollins and his connections and the Lumberjacks. You know, something funny might go down. You know, and now with Kane, you know, back as corporate Kane, you know, who knows what the hell will happen with that. So I'll say Rollins, but I would want Ambrose to win. Who's been doing an amazing job, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I love
So
her.
far, yeah, totally.
yeah. Said, did I no sell you? I don't remember.
No. I will come back to it after we go for the world. So,
Okay.
All right.
We're moving on.
Moving on.
Right on
Bray
time.
Wyatt versus Chris Jericho.
I want to go first. I want to go first.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. First off, before I even talk about the match, I want to compliment the last promo that happened on Raw with those two faces and everything. There's a lot of psychology going on and everything. They both are two polar opposites when it comes to promo and everything. They really, I don't care what anybody else say, even though, you know, I'm a fan of both. And how they both deliver and everything is more to me. It's not even about win or losses anymore. It's not about win or loss about this match and everything. It's more about internal psychology about this. To me, I really think that it doesn't matter who wins and loses and everything, but for me to go on this match, I'm going to say Bray Wyatt, only for the fact that, you know, he really is trying to kind of like challenge Chris Jericho, you know, in a sense of, you know, okay, so what if you win and everything? I'm still going to one-up you anyway because I'm the shit and you can't do nothing about me and everything. Fuck you. So I think it's one of those type of things like that. Yeah, I'm still going to get into your hair and think you cannot escape me. So really, to me, it's going to go to Bray Wyatt, and then there's going to be a rubber match in the next pay-per-view. So mine is Bray Wyatt.
All right. I'll go next. I think that this is the match that should, on paper, be the show stealer, but it won't be. I think this is going to be the match that Bray Wyatt is going to win it, but I think that it's going to serve a higher purpose. There's going to be something that's going to kind of change the narrative of the story and then make it come to a conclusion at the next pay-per-view. I think it'll be a pretty straight up and down match. I don't think the Wyatts are going to get involved. They've been banned from ringside. I don't think there'll be any kind of trickery. If anything, there'll either be a new member of the family. I've been saying this every month. There'll either be a new member or Bray Wyatt just beats him straight up, and then the rubber match will be next pay-per-view. And I also want to make a really left field prediction. But Jericho keeps saying, I can go crazy, or I can do crazy too, or whatever it is he says. Everything Jericho does is usually for a purpose. I can see the next match being a straitjacket match, or something crazy, or you know, or loser gets committed match, or something really off. You know, something that could write Jericho off, because I think Jericho's, you know, he does his short stints. He comes in and builds somebody up, and then he leaves. So I can really see him, you know, doing something like that. Losing in a loser gets committed match, and then he goes away, and then maybe next time he comes back with a like crazy tick or something like that. You know how he does. Likes to change a character up. Derek, what you think about the match?
The build up for this one has been pretty good. Ever since I seen that first match between them on NXT, I've been like saying like want to see something with them on the main show. That we're getting it, and that promo from Monday night was downright great. Like he was like, as soon as he was like 3 seconds in, he just told Michael Cole to leave. He was like, "You can go." I was like, "Yes." And then Bray Wyatt's always just been great with the promos, and he's just like the character stuff where you like, I'm really digging this character and everything. And then the fact you have Chris Jericho who can play the crazy role. We seen what he did with Punk and HBK in those past like programs and everything. So having them two going against each other, this is something great, something historic right here. I'm gonna just watch this match as a fan, and whoever wins just wins. I mean, I'm just enjoying it.
Yep.
All right, Sid.
I'm with Derek on this one. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy it. I think Bray's gonna win. It's gonna be very entertaining. So, short and sweet.
Okay, Jasmine.
I think the fans will win for this one. And yeah, I mean that promo Monday, amazing, captivating. Like Bray Wyatt, the way he speaks, it grabs you. He pulls you in, and he just keeps going. He's very eloquent, And then Chris Jericho. I mean, come on, what can I say? He's Jericho. I honestly don't care who wins. I feel like it's gonna be a great match. So that's what I think.
All right, LJ.
I love her.
Oh, okay.
No, good observation.
What was that? Did somebody just profess their love for somebody?
Is it cuffing season?
Oh, yeah, Jazz. Look at you getting choked.
Oh my God,
Oh,
guys.
The
all
rest
right, LJ. What's up, LJ?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give Bray Wyatt the win clean. I'm gonna give him a clean match. I'm gonna give him clean. Here's the thing. Okay, Rowan and Harper are out the equation. I'm thinking him and Jericho. I'm thinking, like I said, the last match that they had, I loved. I'm thinking this one. I think Bray basically, hey, you know what? I've done my homework. I can beat you. And I think the psychology part is gonna come into play as well. But I got Bray, like I said, I got Bray doing a clean win. I will say this though. I like the whole thing about a possible new member. That's a possibility as well, but for the time being, I'm gonna say Bray, clean win.
So we always been talking about a new member for the Wyatts, and we haven't gotten one yet.
Believe in the Wyatts or the Bucks.
At this point, I can imagine if they bring out Sister Abigail. I'm more.
That's what I've been waiting for. Like, who's gonna be Sister Abigail?
Oh.
Sister Abigail. That.
Oh,
and since we're talking about, another, that would be interesting if Emma did it. But since we're talking about women, since we're talking about Sister Abigail, Sam, Mr. Thirst, what do you think about this match?
I have heavy fantasy implications in this match. I was surprised that, I bring that up. Anyway, I was surprised that Jericho won the last one because everybody thought Bray had that. So clearly, he's building up Bray. And I'm like, okay. And the way he's doing it, it's just amazing seeing it work. Just the entire story. But yeah, I hope Emma comes out with the spider walk. Jericho's like, what are you doing? And then boom, get the pin. Because that would just throw everybody off. That would just throw Bray.
Take your wallet, take your watch.
Take your win.
Yeah, but like, who saw the Kings coming out to Cena? Like, that was crazy. I think something crazy. It's SummerSlam, the second biggest pay-per-view. Something crazy going to happen.
Yeah.
Something's crazy is going to drop.
Yeah, just like last year.
Exactly.
All right. Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon.
Easy.
Yes.
Oh, I had to come back
We're
to
gonna
that one.
we're gonna let the thirst buckets go last. We'll start
Yes,
off.
and definitely.
We'll start off with Jasmine. Let us know how you feel about this Divas match.
Ooh, I kind of like it. The acting on Brie Bella and that Megan lady, I don't like it so much, but the build-up has been okay. You know, I love the pedigree from Stephanie.
Oh,
And,
yes.
you know, getting that from her husband. You know, just putting that in, showing her powerful side. I think Steph might take it. I have a feeling she might take this one. And
Yeah.
I'm really excited. You know, we haven't seen Stephanie wrestle in what, like a decade already? Over a
About
decade.
that. Sure.
So that should be
Not since
interesting.
not since the attitude. What's the
Yeah, it's
name?
been a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since,
So that's also another exciting thing.
This is my gut feeling on this. I think Stephanie's gonna win, and I think that Nikki Bella's gonna turn on Brie.
Right on.
Saying that, yeah.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think, between Brie taking all the punishment she took, and I mean, because look at the elements of this match. First of all, it's not just billed as Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. It's Stephanie McMahon with Triple H versus Brie Bella with Nikki Bella. So they're going to be at ringside. And ever since Brie got fired, which was, well, ever since she quit, change that. She quit. Keep this in mind. She quit. And from the moment she quit and slapped Stephanie, Stephanie took it out on Nikki. Nikki paid the price. Brie was nowhere to be found. So that can be viewed as you left me hanging, you turned your back on me. Then when she finally does come back, they set her up, and Nikki ends up eating the pedigree. So, Nikki's probably going to get to the point where she's like, okay, you know what? This is all your fault, and she can't see it ending unless, Stephanie wins or something. So I could see that happening in that fashion. Byron, what you think, man?
There has to be an element where Brie is going to get the Daniel Bryan treatment. Deja vu of last year. Bryan got screwed at SummerSlam last year. Brie's going to get screwed at SummerSlam this year. It's going to be deja vu, and it's going to take possibly Daniel Bryan to come back and everything. I see what I see, and this is probably far-fetched and everything, but I see Daniel Bryan return at Survivor Series against Triple H, like him with Brie Bella against Triple H and Stephanie in a mixed tag match or something like that, or something where both companies are involved or something, both of them. So I see that kind of happening and everything. So Brie is gonna go through her struggle with Stephanie McMahon and everything. So plus it builds up Total Divas. So boom.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm thinking about Nikki and Brie, kind of being on opposite ends. I think because Total Divas is real and then it's not real. I can see through that show, so I can see them, playing up to the animosity between them two on another season or something like that. Derek,
Yo,
if you can pull yourself away from the Orioles game, what do you think
what
about?
about the win? They just won, so I'm good now.
Okay, good.
I like this build up. I enjoyed this build up from the very start, from when Brie quit, and just how everything just played out over the months. Now, since y'all brought up the possibility of Nikki turning on Brie, I'm actually interested in seeing how that goes and everything. And if that will play out on Total Divas when that comes back and everything. But yeah, like I said, the build-up has been great. The fact that Stephanie and Brie closed the show 2 weeks in a row is saying something.
Yeah.
They closed the show 2 weeks in a row, so we haven't seen that in just haven't seen that at all with Stephanie closing the show, unheard of. So, like I said, Brie will come back, Brie will win, but Nikki a turn on her and then set something up between those two. John Cena's still going to deny that ring though, Nikki that ring though and everything, you know. So, but Brie gonna come back. And it's gonna set something up in the fall with those two.
All right, Sid. Where's your head, Sid?
Yeah, I think Stephanie's gonna win. I think Bree's gonna get her in the yes lock. The extraction. Stephanie hits the pedigree, and she's gonna get the win. This talk of Nikki Bella going away from home. I don't see it. Just like John Cena is a freaking marketing magnet for WWE, so are the Bellas. I don't see that they breaking them up at all. From a money aspect, it doesn't make sense for WWE to do that.
Well, but because of them being twins, you can always pit it Team Nikki versus Team Brie. You know, the evil twin versus the good twin. You know, just even in marketing, you can have them together and have like a favorite. You know,
I just can't see it.
Okay. LJ.
Alright.
Yeah.
You know what? Stephanie's got this one. Like I said, with like I said, basically, Bree's been basically the whipping girl since she's been gone. I mean, Nikki's been the whipping girl since Bree was gone, since she had quit. I think basically now is her chance to basically give Bree her just desserts. Is basically saying, hey, you know what? You're my sister. You're supposed to be there for me. What the fuck? So I'm thinking that's gonna take a turn. I'm thinking, like I said, in regards to, like I said, Stephanie's got the win. Really, and to tell you the truth, another thing, I'm just gonna put this out here. The whole physical training thing, I don't know what the hell they was doing with that. I think SummerSlam, is like just what the fuck. It's not needed.
Yeah.
It's not needed. Here's the thing. And Derek, you made it clear. Basically, they closed out the show 2 weeks straight. This added element was not necessary. You got the heat. You got the draw. The fans are into it. They're ready. But like I said, overall decision, Stephanie's got this.
All right.
The thing is, if Stephanie wins, then Bree's not gonna come back. So are they gonna keep this whole thing going on in the falls with like Stephanie or Bree trying to get back? Stephanie's gonna be like, I already beat you. What else do I need to prove?
That's where I think Dan Bryan is gonna come back in. Dan Bryan's gonna come back to save Bree's job.
Silent B.
Sam.
Okay. Going with what
Sam's on the lust.
Sir the CCO, I do believe this is a Total Divas thing, and I do believe that Nikki's going to turn. That's what I've been thinking. But it's all based off of Total Divas. They are trying to promote this show. It's coming back. So really you haven't seen any of the other Total Divas really doing anything. So they need to start promoting it. What better way than have the Bella Twins do it? And yeah, good versus evil, like Nikki versus Brie, that's going to happen. So Stephanie wins with the pedigree. A place I would love to be between Stephanie legs. Yes.
Oh God!
There
you go.
I'm just saying,
We're gonna stop you there. It's a PG show.
Since when? Did you see the other show you did?
All right, we're moving.
Okay.
I'm saying, this is on HBO, YouTube.
That is on HBO. Okay. All right. Well, then go.
Hard Knocks
My
to
bad.
THWF.
We're moving on.
Moving on. The main event.
All right.
Oh boy.
The main event. Paul Heyman versus John Cena. No.
Oh.
Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. You might as well say Paul Heyman because he's been carrying the hell out of this. He's been carrying it. But Byron, you want to touch on it first?
Oh God, here's what I'm thinking. This is where my mind is at right now. He's just gonna get the shit beaten out of him. We know that. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Cena wins. How? I don't know. But Cena is gonna win. But it's gonna be on this. It's gonna be one of the most brutal, violent, non-PG, violent type of matches and everything. It's gonna happen, but Cena's gonna pull through. But he's gonna get decimated so bad to where Seth is gonna cash in on him. That has to happen, and that's why I was saying they're gonna incapacitate Dean Ambrose so much in the lumberjack match to where he's not gonna be able to stop Seth this time. Which is why I believe, yes, Cena's gonna win, but he's gonna cash in on Cena. So that's what I'm going with. Cena's gonna win, but he's gonna lose. Not gonna be champion by the end of the night. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
All right.
Sam?
This one also has significant fantasy implications. I'm going to say if Seth Rollins cashes in I don't think Cena's going to win, personally, for obvious reasons. But if Cena does win, he's going, and it will be years in a row. But I think that Seth won't win it because of Dean. They're going to keep that going. So for him to lose the title shot because of Dean, that's just going to keep that feud keep going. Cena still got the belt. There you go. I'm not Jamil or anything, but that's what I got.
All right, that makes sense. LJ?
You know what? I'm looking at the history of these guys, and I'm going back to the damn Backlash 03. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at where these guys I'm looking at how they started, where they've been since, and up to present day. And I gotta say, on basically like the Paul Heyman, genius. Brock Lesnar's interview with the whole blood, urine, piss shit. I love it. It's funny. I mean, but it works. It works. Honestly, I think Brock. Brock's gonna beat the shit out of Cena. And, I don't see this happening like Extreme Rules. I'm thinking Cena's gonna have a little bit more aggression on his side. But all in all, I think Brock's gonna take it.
All right.
He's gonna come in fighting because here's the thing. Cena's never been, he's never been in fear of Brock. Never. Cena. He's got the heart. He's got this. And like I said, with Extreme Rules 2012, we saw Brock dominate pretty much that entire match. And only to see Cena come out miraculous win in Cena fashion, I'm thinking Cena's going to be more the aggressor this time around, but I'm thinking the outcome's going to be different. And the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, he's got my pick.
All right, Jasmine.
I was thinking Brock Lesnar would win, but now Byron got me thinking with that whole Cena won't be champion at the end of the night, even though he might win. So I don't know. I'm kind of iffy now. I was going with Brock Lesnar, but I don't know now. But I think that will be something special, that match. There might be something in there that will make you go, whoa, wow, that really just happened. So.
Yeah. Say it.
All right. I agree with Byron wholeheartedly. The big thing is Brock has to remain strong. I do not see them putting the belt on Brock with him being a part-timer. Granted, they did it with The Rock, but they had the thing going where he eventually was going to do Cena and Rock again. But being the part-timer he is, and being that they had just stripped Daniel Bryan because he's
That damn belt. Man, you should see this.
On him. But I do believe wholeheartedly that he's going to beat the whole hell out of John Cena. With that said, a decimated John Cena will get cashed in by Seth Rollins. I see that happening.
Jasmine, every morning
I'm backed up because I'm trying to
Give me
spread
1
cheese.
second.
I can't do my hair
My
because of my nails.
my battery was trying to die on my phone. Derek, go ahead and
I was gonna wait
All
till
give
right.
us
finish
your
my
thoughts on
but
this real fast.
So at first,
let's
I was not
pull this shit and
feeling
pop it out.
this whole Cena versus
It's annoying.
Lesnar. For Paul Heyman being the
How
man
did you
he
do
is,
that?
done
Oh,
sold
how do you
me
get the special?
on this match.
No, you're
So
fun. How do you do that?
I'm like
Oh, I'm hanging
well
it from the.
invested into it.
It has something
Um,
for that. My headphone. Oh!
I know everybody is against the whole putting the belt on the part
You're
timer,
so
but damn, I want Brock.
smart.
I want Brock to win
Next, I'm out.
simply because you know I just want to see where they gonna go with this afterwards. You know, Cena, you know, he's the face, and everybody we're like tired of his gimmick, his character he's been doing for like forever now. But you know, I want Brock to win. You know, you know, Brock wins it, and his T-shirt, he can sell more T-shirts in the WWE shop.
I'm mad at logic behind that.
All right.
You, I know you.
I'll give you mine real fast. I'm trying to get myself situated here. Um, Here's what I think. Fuck. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm having problems with
Yeah.
shit's falling all over the place. Okay, there we go. Um, Trying to plug up my phone so it won't die. All right. So Brock Lesnar's gonna win. Brock Lesnar's gonna be the new WWE champion. There will be no cash in, nothing of the sort. I think what's gonna happen.
WWE, get your memo on that?
Yeah, I got my memo. The reason behind it is that you can't have Brock Lesnar lose in his very first match after beating somebody like The Undertaker. And not just beating him, ending the streak and beating him decisively. You cannot have him lose to John Cena in the very next match and diminish everything that particular match at WrestleMania meant.
I hate him.
It throws it completely out the window.
I hate him for that.
It makes absolutely no sense. You know, it's not like, you know, I mean, this isn't John Cena versus Randy Orton where you can cop out with a DQ loss. This is a major marquee match. You know, that's gonna draw a lot of eyes because of Brock Lesnar being who he is and because of John Cena being the top guy. You can't cheap out by, you know, Brock Lesnar winning by DQ or John Cena winning by DQ and you know, Lesnar beating him so bad that, you know, Rollins cashes in or something like that. The only thing that I can see happening is Lesnar beating him. And actually, the only way Rollins could cash in is if Lesnar beats Cena and Cena snaps. Because Cena said you're going to see a different side of him. But I don't anticipate that. I don't anticipate Lesnar beating Cena and then Cena snapping at the end of the match and hurting Lesnar enough for Rollins to cash in on Lesnar. That would not make sense. So that's why I picked Dean Ambrose to win, because I think in the chaos, I think it keeps Rollins from being able to cash in. You know, or if Rollins wins, I think he's confident that, like, yeah, at the end of the night, I'm going to cash in, and then Lesnar wins, and it's like he's like scared to death, like he won't do it. What that means in the future, I don't know. I just can't see Lesnar losing. It would make no sense, and I would hate everything.
Great.
Oh, yeah, that's the last match on the card.
We forgot something.
What we forget?
The tag team title match.
Did they announce
Nothing
it?
announced yet.
Well, it's supposed to be like at the kickoff show, but I was just been reading that they've been going back and forth like about having the Usos on that the pre-match.
Usos will win.
No.
Open invitational?
They do for loss.
But if it's an open invitational, they're gonna lose because that's probably gonna be when the Ascension comes in.
Ascension.
Oh my god, I would die if the Ascension would come out.
Ascension.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say.
But,
Ascension.
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Let's. What you want to do, Byron? You want to wrap it up, or you want to?
We'll pick it to 10:30 here.
Huh?
We can push it to 10:30.
I can't really hear. There's a lot of noise going on.
I said we can push it to 10:30. Oh my god.
Wow, somebody has lungs on them.
I said we can push
Somebody
it.
got some strong lungs.
We can really push it to 10:30 if we want to here. Because there's quite a bit of factors, we can really just pour out there and everything.
And somebody has a loud video playing right now with some weird music.
Yeah.
The audio will drown us out. We're gonna stop that.
I know it will. That's the point.
All right. I can't hear myself. Okay. We can go to 10:30 here if you want to.
All right. Who isn't on the card that you all would like to see on the card, aside from the Usos?
Well, somebody who's missing from the card was recently released. Now had he not gotten released, where would he would have fit at? When he was the Lumberjacks?
Oh my God.
Would that real been the Lumberjack or?
This is a pretty stacked card, though.
Yeah, it's really stacked. Really stacked card.
This is
Very promising. Very promising.
This is a very, very promising card. I'm actually legit excited about everything. I mean, there's not too many people. Okay, if I had to choose somebody, it'd be Naomi.
It'd be who?
Naomi.
What about my
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
baby? Wait, who's that talking about my baby? That's baby right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Never trust the button smile.
As soon as I get back, y'all be talking about my boo.
For her though.
Sick of this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying she really don't have anything over her unless she runs up in that match and interferes in the AJ Page match. That's the only thing I can see. But other than that, she don't really have nothing going for her. I mean, Cameron then got her and everything. Her and Cameron then got blown off.
Man.
Cameron, and we know how terrible Cameron is in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a little cycle here. Breaking up black tag teams is bad for business. You see, okay, let's start crime time. That's one. Primetime Players 2. Funkadactyls 3. They just got rid of Big E and Kofi and everything. It's like it's a cycle and everything. It's like they all fade into obscurity and everything. It's just like they don't know what to do with it, unfortunately. So it's messed up. We have nothing to do.
Hey Byron, that's gonna be one of our first T-shirts. When we don't like black people.
I'm really gonna put all 15 of them on a T-shirt and design it. I will do that.
Yes.
But my whole thing is really, not everybody can really be on top of the card, but really you need to solidify your heel. I said this in one hangout before. You need to solidify your heels, and you also need to know how to build them up and everything. And that's been the main issues, right? I still say the best heel right now, at least full time, is Bray Wyatt. Only for the fact of how they build them up, and that's how you build up somebody from NXT to now. You make them relevant by putting them against stars, not jobbers. That's why I did.
That God tier.
Reason why we care about Bray Wyatt, his first feud was against Kane, and you need to really that's how you need to make. That's how you need to make an impact. Put somebody when you bring somebody in, you put them against somebody that is relevant. Remember Chris Jericho when he first came, pitted him against The Rock.
Yeah.
That's how you make an impact, and they need to really start doing that and everything. Not just bring them out on a match where you know they're gonna win.
That's what they do for the heels. They build the heels up. They boom against the face, like the face superstars or whatever. Now, if they would do that for a face, That would really mean. That would really truly mean something.
Right.
Like if you have a face coming in taking out the monster heels or whatever, or being in a big program with those heels or something like that, that would mean something for the just like for the fans. They'd be like, oh wow, look at this person coming in here, and they just taking out all the heels and everything,
Right.
I remember Royal Rumble 2000. Was it? Taz debuted in WWF and defeated Kurt Angle's undefeated streak.
Who was it?
Taz came in at Royal Rumble 2000.
Oh yeah, he did. That was New York City.
Yep. I remember that, and I was like, wow, because like Kurt Angle, like nobody could stop him. He was so smug as hell, and then Taz came in and choked him out, and that was saying something right there.
But here's the thing. So look. So we talk about debuts and everything. So now that we got, like Kevin Steen in NXT and the other international stars, Prince DeWitt, what's the other one from Japan?
Kenta.
The one with the K.
Kenta.
The guy from, and there was another guy they signed too. So how long will they keep them? How long do you think they should keep them and develop in NXT before bringing them up to the main show and having them feud with like people there and everything? Plus, you still got
WrestleMania.
Sami Zayn, who's been there, and you got Adrian Neville, who's also still in there back there and everything. How long? I mean, the real
WrestleMania.
question is,
After WrestleMania.
But here's the real question: like, how long should they be kept in developmental before brought up to the main show? Because keeping them there 2-3 years is not really going to do nothing, in my opinion.
It's got to be after one of the big four pay-per-views. The Raw after.
Yeah,
I agree.
When did the Shield debut? What was the Survivor Series? 2 years ago, or was it before that?
2012.
And look at the impact they made.
And that's another example. That's what I was getting to. Shield debut against stars. That's why they became relevant. Notice the pattern? That's how you make a name for yourself.
But the question is, will they do that for the Ascension though? Will they have them come up and beat the Usos and take the titles off of them?
Absolutely. Look at how I can't say what Paige. But I think it definitely will work.
You don't always have to debut as a heel against stars. Real quick, without Googling, does anyone remember Sheamus's debut?
Sheamus?
Oh God.
ECW. Which one? ECW or WWE? Oh, when he went to
WWE.
He was in ECW first.
He was in ECW first.
right. Was it Goldust?
Yeah,
I
but do
forget.
you remember his first big breakout? Because he wasn't even in ECW long.
Right.
It wasn't long at all.
It wasn't the CM Punk, was it?
I want to say it was Goldust.
I'm gonna tell you, and you'll remember.
What? I
Sheamus
know,
was the
he
one.
did Triple H.
Sheamus was the one that retired Jamie Noble.
Oh,
True.
oh,
Holy
no,
crap.
Yeah,
right,
folks, and
right.
it wasn't a pinfall. It was freaking knockouts.
I remember that.
I remember that now.
I remember that.
I
Thank
legit
you.
remember that. High
Oh,
cross,
So you,
high cross the shit.
so you do not have to debut against a star to make an impact.
High cross
You
the
have to have a moment to establish your dominance. That could be against anybody.
oh.
Brock Lesnar. You remember his debut?
He
Pick him up,
debuted
buddy.
during a battle royal. He was powerbombing like anyone and everyone and shit.
Came in and interfered in the match.
It wasn't a battle royal. It was a triple threat match, a hardcore match.
He
Oh,
came
it
in
was.
and he powerbombed this shit out of Spike Douglas. Pick him up! Put him down! Pick him up! Fury strength!
Yep.
Yep. And then I remember he single-handedly put out both Matt and Jeff.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, there was Sean Stacey at, but I mean, come on, he was a non-factor in that shit.
That's when Brock was a beast.
And I think he called it F5 too.
Everybody called it.
But it seems like my whole point with that is that usually the stars that we remember the most make a big impact on stars. We always remember John Cena when he first came in. Ruthless aggression.
Yeah, I remember that.
He came in fighting Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, I mean, there's so many things we can do and everything. I mean, but right now, really, WWE has to focus on pretty much, internal now, because their problems right now is internal, and Triple H and Vince. That's their biggest issue. They need to establish consistent storylines that's going to keep everything going. And not...
One. I got.
What's up?
I got one point as well.
What?
With them announcing international expansion, they need to have a good here. They need to have, from a business standpoint, they need to deliver on Sunday, and I believe they got a winner on this one.
Well, they took a huge hit and everything, and I believe the fiscal year ends in September, because new fiscal year usually starts in October and everything. So this could be the one to kind of offset some stuff and everything. So like I'm saying, they really pushing the network and everything. So this could be the pay-per-view that may save them this and everything. But I'm still not gonna count too much on everything because it's still too many other factors.
$9.99.
Yes, $9.99. Gotta love that number. Come on.
Just take the money. Just take it.
So, but we got so much really looking forward to by the end of the year anyway. I mean, who knows? We got Daniel Bryan. He has to be able to get factored back in and everything. I'm still up in the air about Lesnar right now because the debate is still going on. Is he going to be champion? Is he not going to be champion? When Jamil hit me with what he just said and everything, really, we think everything that I talked about earlier. There's just so much stuff in the air right now. I'm putting it like this. SummerSlam is feeling like WrestleMania. And I'm going to say it because there was no way we predicted Lesnar being Undertaker. None of us called it.
Bless you.
None of us called it. And it's actually, and for a sense, I'm happy because, for one, it's not predictable. I love it when it's not predictable.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania, for me, this was my favorite WrestleMania out of the whole TV era. Bar none. 30 was my favorite out of the whole
I think I still want to watch that, man.
Man, I get traumatized when I see him like the streak is over. Like, I googled the streak is over and it came up with the match.
Your daddy's gonna call me soon.
Just think about it. We all sitting there watching it, and we just thinking like, okay, Undertaker gonna pull off this and continue the streak. Brock hit that F5, and that referee hand came down for 3, and we were just like, everything just stopped.
Right?
Oh my
Once
God.
his hand hit the
Everything
mat
just
at 3.
stopped. It was like, wait a minute. It was like that hand come down for 3. We really was sitting there in shock, like.
Man, my heart stopped, man. I did not post on the rest of the thread that night.
Are you gonna
Yeah, you did. You left. You said, fuck it. There was so many people were upset about that loss. It was just, that whole week was just. That whole week was just like nothing but just sadness. Everybody was like, they tried to come up with a conspiracy, trying to say his shoulder came up.
I was legit. I almost wanted to cry that night. I really almost wanted to cry, and then Jamil announced my death in the thread.
I had to tweet it. I was like, "You are?" You was like, "I'm sick. I'm bad." Byron was done. I was like, oh man, it was just
like I feel like
we had Michael Cole say the streak. Michael Cole was so anticlimactic with it. He was like, the streak is over.
I felt like my feelings were hurt, man. My feelings were hurt. Like I really feel like somebody made fun of my mama or something, and it was, or say like my breath stank or something. I legit felt some type of way, man.
Please, I bought it for work.
No,
And
see,
when I wore it,
that was the type of match I would rather have Jim Ross call.
Jaden!
Jim Ross, if Jim Ross would have called that match, Jim Ross would have made sold that much more on the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah.
Michael Cole so much was like the streak is over, and that was it. Jim Ross would have been talking for like just kept on talking.
All right.
I'm anxious. The event will be made either tonight or tomorrow, depending on when it takes action. We're gonna have this go on all week and everything. I mean, at least until Sunday and everything. I probably will put up a new banner. Yeah, be on the lookout. Everything. We're gonna end the hangout right now. I thank everybody for coming out, despite all the little hiccups we had. We actually had a full hangout in the end, which is awesome. I'm gonna try and do this again for Survivor Series. That's my goal.
Oh yeah.
Cause usually I don't do it every time you do, but I like to do it for the big fun. So next one is gonna be Survivor Series. So be on the lookout for that. And maybe I'll do our own little show. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah. For CCO, I'd like to thank you, Jamil, for running the show. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for Sid for coming out unannounced, unnoticed, and everything. I really appreciate it. LJ, appreciate you coming out.
Hey man, have fun.
Derek, always is a pleasure you coming out. Sam, thank you always for coming out. And of course, last but not least, Jasmine, thank you for being the first for coming out.
Thank you.
Hey, Jasmine!
Believe!
Yes,
I believe.
Hopefully you will inspire other
Jasmine,
females.
tell Jasmine, real quick, Jasmine, how does it feel?
How does it feel?
Being in here with, amongst all us crazy guys and everything?
I've got to say, it's amazing. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And you held your own, baby girl. You held your own. Proud of you.
We're all proud of you.
Right on.
Right? She did hold her own.
Right on.
Yeah, this is the first one with a female and everything. Hopefully you can inspire other females to really participate. Because we really I value the females a lot in the group and everything. I've been doing this for this is hitting 4 years for us now. We're at 3.5 years right now with THWF. I'm trying.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really trying to get more female wrestling fans. So if you know any and everything, are really good and everything, please invite them.
Come join us and have fun. Talk wrestling.
Yes. I will definitely, talk to them and everything. We're all family here, and that's what I try to keep it as and everything.
Right.
All right.
We are family.
All right. Okay, I'm going to end it for Jamil Jackson. I'm Byron Lynham. Thank you. Good fight. Good discussion. Good night.